Hi friends, hi fellow flyers, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning or you're ready to start a good morning. We got the model completed. We're getting ready to do the covering. Get me a little cup of coffee. If you're just joining us, you should probably have time to be a part of this, but we have to build this model. This is the 906 Typhoon, Hawker Typhoon, and that was a vote on kit. This is a group build, and this model was voted for to build. And if you want to be a part of that, let me read off the rules real quick. Is number one, vote for one in the 900 series only to build. We've done voted. The Hawker Hurricane was the Hawker Typhoon, excuse me, not Hurricane. The Hawker Typhoon was the one that won the vote. Number two, the model doesn't need to be fully detailed out to fly, but use kit wood only. So the contents of the box is all you have to use. The contents of the box to build the model. No going to the hobby shop or ordering special lightweight competition grade wood. Yeah, sometimes you get a heavy kit. You just have to modify it. If you modify the kit use the kit wood. If you add anything to it, use the kit wood. All right, that's pretty simple. Number three, all flights on video. Oh, yep, that's how I know that you're a part of this contest. That after the build, you're going to make yourself a YouTube video or a Facebook video, and then you're going to have to put my name in it on Facebook. Like you'll have to pay Joel Bevins, here's my flight. So that way I will get a notification that you put my name in to the build, and it'll be on the AMA, I Fly AMA Facebook page, or it's going to have to be on the Willows Flying Model Group Facebook page, or it can be in our local group, the Blue Ridge Aero Modelers Facebook page, or if you do it from YouTube and you want to use YouTube, which I like YouTube the best, it's the easiest. If you've got a Google account, a Google email account, you probably got access to YouTube, and you just go in and make sure you got a YouTube account. Video yourself announcing. It says number three, all flights on video must be announced as an official flight. You're going to have to say, this is my official attempt. This is my official flight for the 2024 build off fly off, or let some kind. It's like shooting pool. 8-ball side pocket, 8-ball corner pocket, and if you make it, it's a good shot. You don't make it, you've called that shot. So the goal is you call that it's an official flight. That's to get you in practice, because at a AMA contest or at other contests, usually you have to let the timer or the judge know, hey, this is an official flight. I'm not just practicing here. This is official flight. I need you to time me. So make your announcement clear. That's an official flight. And for some weird reason, I got 3 and 3. I never noticed that till just now. I got 1, 2, 3, and 3. I wrote these plans, and I just seen that 3 and 3. That's why dyslexic people have to be careful what they do, and it's good to double check what we do. I just seen that. All right. Well, part of the 3, I guess you could say, because you got to announce it to fly it. Maybe that's why I did that. The flight must fly 20 seconds to qualify as a flight to be in the drawing for the first place. There's not a second place. I know they should be, and we have had a second place and a third place in the times past. But the other guys help pay for the gifts I give out, and I'm not hearing anything from anybody saying let's do a second place, let's do a third place, and what do I need to do to send you some money to make this happen. There is a cost involved, the shipping costs, and then I give the winner a kit of their choice in the 900 series. We're building from the 900 series, so there's 6 models that you can say, hey, I would like to have one of those 6 models. And then you get a t-shirt. It says I built it and won the Gillows flying models. I built it and won, and it has your name on the front. And then I make a plaque. The plaque is made out of Lexan, and it's got a painted to where it has the name of the contest. You can hang it on your wall. I really put a lot of effort in that to try to, hopefully it's a nice little plaque that you're not ashamed of to put on your wall. And so you get a t-shirt, a kit, and a plaque to hang on your wall. And then sometimes I throw a few things extra in just as a surprise. I think I have in the past put the little torque meters in there. Just surprise it. There might be in there, might not be in there. So a little prize, say thank you. And number 4 is the time on the video is good enough. You don't have to have a stopwatch or show me a stopwatch that you went 20 seconds. The video of it counting down to 20 seconds, that works for me. It works good enough. And number 5, propeller and rubber can be changed to achieve performance. So the kit comes with this rubber band, which is a pretty heavy rubber band. That may be an overkill for a 5D prop. And so, of course, go to FAI products, get you, or different places, or find the link to get you some rubber band, competition grade rubber, FAI, I think what FAI rubber or something. So you can get you some rubber motor, and that's pretty well it. The model does not need to be fully detailed out with all its color scheme and all its decals and all that stuff. And I want to show you something here on the plans. The Gillows company knows it's very tough to fly their models. Okay, read that right there. If you can see it, is it focusing in? It says, this model may be painted if built as a display piece. Do not paint the model if it is to be flown. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. I'm looking. It's on all the kits, and the reason they do that is because paint and adding the details creates weight. If there's extra weight by adding the paint. So by building a light model and trying to stay in the payload of a model is extremely important. You're getting a heavy model. I'm not going to tell you it won't fly, but what you're having to do is you're having to put that bigger motor in there that will turn that propeller to get it to perform, and the model is then going to be moving through the air faster, and all the adjustments will be less than what you think because it will be overreacting because of the speed of the model. And then once you get too slow, then you go into another type of flying. You got a stall where you're in a glide and a stall flight, or you're in a high-speed control flight. Faster the model is going, you have the aerodynamic flow of the model. When you're flying slow, you're in a stall aerodynamic control of the model. So it's something, one thing fits all is what you're trying to achieve by setting up the model. Anyway, I have my model completed today, and I've got everything in place. My back hook is aluminum. That is not provided in the kit, but that's what I have to have for the Stooge, and that's part of the motor system. So we've allowed that, and I'm going to seal my model because I'm going to be flying it outside. Now there's this Easy Dope that you can use, and I have tried to use this before, but there's a learning curve in what to do. It gets mixed with I'm thinking water, and so much of this and so much water, but I don't have this mastered well enough to teach it. And my experience with it is it left white powder looking stuff all over the model, and I have found it to not be easy to use right out. It's not exactly beginner friendly. You have to go through a learning curve. Who wants to build a model, have it ready to go, and then have to go through a learning curve with their sealer, trying to figure out how to do their sealer just to put it on their model? So I give this a 2 out of 5 of being a good product because of its ease of use. It's not easy dope. This is the easiest to use. This right here is a direct apply, and it leaves your model looking very nice. It leaves the model looking good. It's water resistant, waterproof, and it's water base. It's a water base. I know that, where does it say? Right here, premium water base. And we stir this up a little bit, and we'll apply it to the tissue. When that dries, it leaves a very nice finished, and you can get it in a matte, you can get it in a clear gloss, you can get it in different things, and it does a lot of models. I know this is for the hobby shops. This is your hardware store. So but too much of a learning curve through this. You'd have to build you some practice boxes to learn how to use this, where this is just a paint on and go. Much easier product, and that's the way I believe in dealing with things. Okay, I built this model built out very lightly, so I ended up putting paper on here to help me with the twist or the warping of the model. And by using a sealer, the model, your tissue, you can put it on, it allows you to put on the tissue a couple different ways. I normally take my tissue, I don't want this video being too long, but anyway, I take the tissue, I open it up, and I go like this. I'm watering it in like a soft little ball. And some of you say, I don't like a little wrinkly looking model airplane. I don't want my model all wrinkly. Well, if you have a light built model, these little wrinkles will stretch out. But those little wrinkles are what keeping the model wood from warping and twisting. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can apply the tissue without doing this. Put the sealer on it, and when the sealer dries, it stops the shrinking process a little bit. It stops the shrinking. So I've done it to where you just cut it and apply direct, and I've had no problems. But I've also had my models twist up and warp, and it gets really bad, aggravating. So it's a proven fact that a golf ball will fly straighter and farther with those little dimples in it than it does by just being smooth and round. So adding a few little creases in the tissue doesn't hurt anything. So now that I have put myself some micro wrinkles in the tissue, I'm going to take this and hang it up like I'm hanging it out for clothes. So here's my little coat rack here. Okay, this is what I've got here to put my tissue on. And these are glued. I can open up one side and the other side's glued permanently, and then I got extra. Okay, that one's glued in permanently and that's glued in permanently, and that's just the way I hang it up. So we take the tissue and you can I glued it together before I realized that it's don't fit the size of the tissue. So I'm going to take the tissue here and I'll find the middle one, and I'm going to put the tissue to the frame, and then I'm going to leave my hand, put my hand in here just like that to leave a little bit of slack, and I'm going to take one of these extra clothespins that I had and attach it here. And on the other side the same. I put my fingers in there to where I got my knuckles enough in there to leave a little slack. Alright, now we'll hang this back up on the line just like this. I've got my tissue hanging up, and these were just extra here for support. Okay, and there's an extra clothespin there. Okay, now what I do is I've got a water bottle here, and I'm going to pre-shrink this tissue. I want to pre-shrink it because I don't want to go through all my work and then warp my model with my tissue and have an all twisted up, warped up model that I've worked on, and then to go through all that effort of getting my wood ready and all this stuff to destroy it by putting on the covering. So I'm making sure that I have my tissue prepared here. So I'm wetting this down. Now some of these little micro wrinkles will go away. And my bottle's a little bit too small. But as you see, I'm putting it on either side. And what this does, it will shrink. It will finish. I've used up my whole bottle. This will shrink the tissue down, pre-shrink the tissue so that I can now, I'll take my hands and I'll rub the tissue on a flat surface and take as many of those little wrinkles out and rub out all the little texture, make it as smooth as it can with my, iron it out with my hands, and then I'll be ready to apply it to my model. So now I need to wait. Being patient and waiting to get to the next step is something that is, you want to move faster than, I know you want to go a little faster on your build sometimes than what you want to. It's sometimes that's fun to do 2 kits so that way you can do one and while you're doing the other, and back and forth if you want to be that active in building stuff. But what we're doing is we're going to wait now. I finished up my coffee, let this completely dry, and then I'm going to use a glue stick. This is a little Amers glue stick. It's purple. It's easy to see. I will glue that on, and then I'm going to have to wait. If you try to put your sealer on or you try to re-shrink it before this dries, then it will turn loose of your wood and start causing wrinkles. So you got to let this completely dry after you get the tissue on. Now I went ahead and made a long video, but it had a lot to say. I hope you're all doing good, and may get another video up for the end of the day. So have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.